Content creators, tired of fake brand deals and shady partnerships? Well, you're not alone. Nearly 74% of creators say that trust is the number one factor when choosing brands to work with. And get this, brands that lead with transparency can see 20% higher engagement rates and 3 times more successful collabs than those that don't. If you're building a reputation online, aligning with authentic, value-driven entrepreneurs isn't just smart, it's essential for long-term growth and audience trust. In today's live stream, we're talking that real talk. I'm going to talk about how to spot red flags, how to vet brand deals before signing, and how honest partnerships can grow your platform faster than any viral video. If you're serious about protecting your brand and working with people who walk the talk, this is your blueprint. Now, let's get into this discussion. Hey everyone, welcome in. It is such a blessing to see each and every one of you. Let me bring the mic a little closer to make sure y'all can hear me. It's not going to do me too much good over there, okay? It is a blessing to see each and every one of y'all here. Thank y'all for being here. It is not taken for granted. You could have been anywhere doing anything, but you decided to take time today to spend some time with little old me. And I am grateful to each and every one of you for being here. As you heard in the intro there, today we're talking about some things that have been puzzling to me over the last few months and personally over the last few years. But for some of you, just over the last few months, based on some experiences you have personally had with your fellow content creators, entrepreneurs, businesses, and organizations. I have heard it all over these last few months. And I must say, as a business owner that have been in business for the last 12 years, it is very disheartening. As I was praying over today's live stream, one word stood out to me, and that word you can see there on your screen. You see it right there. Integrity. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where integrity went. I don't know if integrity took a vacation and it just never returned. I don't know what's going on. But all I know is with all the conversations that I have had, this word right here seems to be on vacation. So if you are a business owner, if you are selling anything, if there is an exchange of money between you and someone else, I'm going to need you to pay close attention today. Because your reputation for some content creators have preceded you, and it's not looking good in these here YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, street corners, and boulevards. It's not looking too good. Now, I, for one, typically just mind my own black business, stay out of other people's stuff. However, there are lines and everything. And I've always been taught that if you hear something, you see something, and you do nothing, you could possibly be part of the problem. And I don't need no more problems, okay? And I ain't trying to be no one's problem. I'm not trying to make anyone my problem. However, there is a problem. And the problem is a lack of integrity. I don't know what's going on. But I need everyone to be very careful, very mindful as to whom you are doing business with in this day and age. I have heard some heartbreaking stories. I, for one, have also been involved in a situation where I trusted the wrong people and it cost me 5 figures. I don't really talk about that story. I've never actually talked about the story publicly. And if time permits, I may share a little bit of the story, but every time I think about it, I get mad all over again. But some of you have also lost your finances to trusting the wrong people. You have had people at some point during your journey, either you are in business yourself or you are trying to collaborate with other people that say they can do certain things. And when the relationship happens and money starts to exchange hands, at some point during the process, something fell through the cracks and you were left there high and dry. You're heartbroken, you're upset, you're mad, you're just going through it right now. And I wanted to come in very briefly to just first tell you, be careful. Be mindful. I've always been taught that success leaves clues. Trust your discernment. Before you're doing business with anyone, I don't care if you met them 20 years ago. Before you do business with anyone, listen to your gut. Listen to your spirit that's going to tell you either go to them, they are trustworthy, or run for the hills. Whatever your gut is telling you, please, for your own sake, do not ignore that feeling. Even if you meet someone here as a content creator and they're selling a product, please do your due diligence. Take a moment, get out of your feelings, because sometimes this is what gets us in trouble. We fall in love with each other. We just love each other. I just like you, and we just have so much in common. But your feelings could trip you up because I've mentioned it before during my live streams. There are certain people that prey on weak-willed individuals. There are certain people that prey, and I ain't talking about P-R-A-Y, I'm talking about P-R-E-Y. They see you as an opportunity for their financial gain and your financial loss. So I am sitting here today as a person with proof in her pudding, okay, to tell you, be mindful as to what you are doing. I personally, as a business professional, do not do any type of service for anyone without it being on a contract. Even coming on my podcast, every single person has to sign paperwork giving me the authority to even record them on my show. Without that legal document, they're not a guest on my show. That's how serious I am with my business, with my reputation, with anything pertaining to me in any kind of fashion. I always keep it legal binding. If you do not operate in this manner, my fellow entrepreneurs, you are setting your business up for failure. There is nothing wrong with firing your potential clients. I have had people want to do business with me and my gut was like, girl, don't you do that. Don't do it. And I listened to it and I had to tell them, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we are not able to work together at this time. However, I can give you a referral to someone else that just may be a better fit for you. Yes, I know some people probably look at me like, girl, I ain't let that money go nowhere. Let me tell you something. All money is not good money, especially if it's going to give you additional gray hairs, late nights, and everything else negative you can think of. It's not worth it. So just be respectful with your decline of the collaboration of the offer and just go on your merry way. It is not worth the headache. Trust me, I had to learn that the hard way. It is not worth the headache. So before I start digging deep into today's discussion, let's go check out the chat and see who's here, shall we? Because y'all could have been anywhere, and I'm grateful that you're here. Hey, Miss Deborah Garrett is here. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. Let me adjust these really quickly. I am still learning this program. It has been awesome. I will tell you that it has been absolutely great so far. But thank you, Miss Deborah Garrett, for being here. Going on down. Dolores is here, a member here on the channel. Thank you, Dolores, for being here. Listen, Dolores has some major things coming up this week. Make sure you head over to her channel so you can see what she has going on. I think just about tomorrow, Friday, probably about the weekend. She has a lot of great content because she's going to be live streaming over there. So if you haven't connected with Dolores, make sure that you do so. You're going to miss out on a treat. Don't stay on to tell you, because she may be giving away something. I don't know. I'm not saying she is, but you just never know what other people are going to be doing on their channel. They can just hit you with a surprise giveaway, and it could be something that you want, and then you're mad because you missed out. So make sure you're connected with Dolores, because she will be going live several times this week. And I think some of those lives will be around the clock. So if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, Dolores probably still going to be going on, okay? So if you have a moment, make sure you go over throughout the days that she's going to be streaming and show her some love. Because if you are a live streamer, you want somebody to show you some love. So make sure that you do it for your fellow content creators as well. And Dolores being one of them. So going on down in the chat, who else we have here? Let's see. Oh, look here. An entrepreneurial diary. Shamika, thank you for being here. Hey, it's great to see you. Welcome in. So let's see, going on down in the chat. Let's see here. Dolores says, get it in writing. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whatever you do, get it in writing. Because I have seen a lot of people miss out, lose in all sorts of ways because they didn't have anything in writing. All right. So get it in writing if you can get it in writing. Absolutely. Wolves in sheep clothing. Yes, indeed. So let's go on down. Shelly, hey, welcome in. Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Welcome in. It's great to see you. I saw a notification. I think you just released a video, so I have to go over there and check it out so I can catch up. But it is great to see you. All right, going on down. Miss Joy's here. Hey, Miss Joyce, great to see you. Welcome in. I am having a blessed day. I hope you are having a blessed day as well. Now, listen, everyone, as we're going through today's discussion, I need y'all to talk back to me. Don't leave me out here by myself, all right? Don't leave me out here fighting all by myself. If you can relate to anything I'm going to be talking about today, please leave it in the comments. I'm going to drop the link a little bit later on. Come on up here, because I would love to test out that part of this Ecamm Live to see how bringing up guests would look and how that's going to go, because that's the part I haven't tested yet. So I only have a few more days of my free trial, and I'm using every single one of them. Okay, so if you want to come up, please do so when I drop the link. So let's see here. Shelly says, thanks so much. Yes, I did release a new video. I also have a notary business, so this is of great interest. Great. Yes, you listen. If y'all know someone that does notary, especially if they're local to you, keep them in your Rolodex. Okay, keep them in your phone. Keep them on a sticky note on your desk. Put them in a frame on your wall if you have to. But they come in handy, let me tell you, because there was a time when I needed something notarized and I couldn't find no one. And I had to go all over the place to finally find someone to actually notarize something that I needed. It's very important. So please, thank you for letting us know, Shelly, that you are a notary. That's great information. Thank you so much. So let me look here. All right. So building, goodness. Your business, guys, takes a lot of strategy sessions, sometimes late nights, early mornings, to get everything where you want it. And even with all the years of experience I have in business, there are still days I get up and it's like, everything has changed. Nothing stays the same. Even, let us say, yesterday's price is not today's price. Well, yesterday's experience is not today's experience. Some days, everything is just different. And so as you're starting to build trust in your business, with your customer base, with the people on social media, you're going to have to be integral in everything that you do. Trust in your business is so important. One of the main reasons why it's so important, and the reason why I want to talk about it today, is because it is one of those things that helps you earn long-term success, and it helps build that customer loyalty that you truly need, because it's your customers that's going to give you that financial exchange that you need in order to be financially stable and successful in your business. You're going to have to sell something to someone, and that's what dictates a business. It's the exchanging of some sort of something of monetary value. They're buying something from you, whether it's a product or a service. There's an exchangement happening there. And you have really struck gold whenever you have customer loyalty, meaning no matter what you release, they're like, I'm going to buy it. If it's a course, they're going to be in it. If it's a hat, they want to buy it. Even though they probably don't even wear hats, but they say, you did it, I want to be a part of it because I want to support you. So that customer loyalty is huge for entrepreneurs and business owners. Hey, Happy Mac, welcome in. So it's very, very important as a business owner to build and do not do anything to jeopardize that customer loyalty, that customer relationship. Because like the intro to today's live has said, over 74% of people have already said that if you break their trust, they're going somewhere else. They're just out of there. They're not going to look back at you. They're not going to think twice about you. Once you break their trust, it is over. Just think about you as a customer to all the things that you have bought. And let's say you bought something on Amazon. Okay, y'all know what that is. And you get that product to your home and it's nothing like you expected it to be. Either it's broken, it's the wrong color, it's the wrong size, the description of it is just completely wrong. It's just wrong from the top to the bottom, just wrong. You're not happy. I have never seen anyone happy about getting something that is completely wrong. You are upset because now you have to take time out of your day, get the label, go ship it back to them. Then you have to sometimes go and try to find a replacement. And you're like, ain't nobody got time for that. So you just like, this is ridiculous. Well, the same thing when you're an entrepreneur and you have your own products and your own services that you are offering to people. They don't have time for your foolishness either. If you're going to offer them a customized t-shirt, they're expecting that t-shirt to look and feel a certain way. If they receive that item and something is wrong with it, and they contact you within a certain amount of time, and you, the entrepreneur, the business owner, you say, well, I'm not redoing it. Or, well, I have a 0% return policy. And that customer looks at you and says, I don't see that anywhere. I don't see that on your website, or you didn't tell me that in the Instagram inbox message we did when I ordered a shirt. You didn't say any of this stuff, so I want my money back. If you don't have that stuff in writing so that person can go back to it and say, and you can sit there and tell that person, no, it is in writing. It's on my website. It's here, blah, blah, blah. You have pretty much, in certain cases, set yourself up, if you don't go and honor your word as a business professional and try to make that customer happy in some sort of way, either give them a partial refund or suggest you do another item, you're going to have to take that one on the chin, baby. It's a part of entrepreneurship. But if you're not trying to do something to help out that customer feel better about your product or service, you, my fellow CEO, you're out of order. Every customer deserves respect. Every customer deserves to hear their woes with your product and service heard. You just can't be out here ignoring people when an issue arises. I've always been taught that whatever I sell, whatever I do, it is my job to make sure that my customers are clear before they even get the product in the hand. This is why I keep talking about entrepreneurs having a website, because on that website, you should always have terms and conditions. In your terms and conditions, it should clearly state what your yeses and nos are, what your terms are, what are your conditions. It should have a return policy on there or a refund policy on there, either one. It should state what your stipulations are. So that way, if something happens, and trust me, in business, it probably will. If something happens, you can say, hey, on my website, it says in my terms and conditions that this, and this. If you don't have that spelled out, that person has every legal right to really take you to court and to sue you if you don't offer them a refund or do something to make the matter better, to try to fix whatever the issue is. So while y'all are over here doing all this business through Instagram inbox messaging, you may want to look at this from a legal standpoint, because as a business owner, I'm here to tell you, and I'm not just a business owner by name, baby. I've been doing this for 12 years, okay? So I'm here to tell you, from business owner to business owner, until that deal is sealed, until you have fixed every issue that customer has had from the time you shipped it to the time they received it, that lays on you. That responsibility is still on you. If I do business with Shelly and Shelly buys, she buys a marker for me. All right. Shelly buys this marker for me. All right. I want to put the company name out there, but let's say this is my marker. This is my marker line. All right. Because I'm a teacher and Shelly's a teacher too. And she wanted my markers. Okay. And I sell Shelly this marker. Shelly gets my marker set. Shelly goes to her dry erase board and tries to use the marker, and marker after marker, they're just not working. Shelly contacts me and she says, hey, Ten, I got your marker set. First thing I'm going to do is go to my invoices to make sure Shelly is an actual buyer of mine. Okay, boom, got her invoice. Cool. I see Shelly ordered a 12 pack of markers from me. Okay, cool. We're on the same page. All right, Shelly, what's the problem? Well, Kim, I've been using these markers. I just got them because on my website, there is a certain limit of days from time of delivery, because some companies say from time of shipping. I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to say time of delivery because shipping can, depends on how you ship it. It could be quite a few days. So I say from time of delivery. There's a limit in there where you should tell people you have so many days to contact me if you have an issue. Now, if Shelly get these markers and she waited a week before she used them and they're not working, well, I'm like, well, Shelly, according to my terms and my return policy, you have went above that limit for me to be able to do something. However, maybe we can come up with a solution to this issue. Now, I can do that. Now, there are some companies that once you meet that deadline and you pass that deadline, like Amazon, they like, good luck. You on your own. Don't come calling me. You waited too late. I gave you 4 days from time of delivery or whatever, and you did not meet that. All right. So you have to make sure that as an entrepreneur, you have these things spelled out for people, because some people will try it. Okay. But as a business owner, I take my name, I take my reputation very seriously. I don't play about that. Because if it was a game for me, you wouldn't see that R by my name. You wouldn't see that R. But I invested in that name because it means something and it has a very strong reputation behind it. And I do everything to protect it, not only to protect it, but to build it, okay, globally. So if there is an issue between me and a customer, I sit down with that customer, and I don't mean like physically. 9 times out of 10, we're in 2 different places, states-wise, that is, or maybe even countries. But I try to get a sense of what's going on, even if we do a virtual one-on-one. Let me get an issue, send me pictures and all these different things to see how I can fix this the best that I can. But that's just me. Now, I'm not saying everybody in here has to be like me, but I would ask you, how valuable is your customer loyalty? How valuable is your return on investment? How valuable is that repeat customer to you? Because I'm here to tell you, all it takes sometimes is one bad customer review to destroy your whole business. All it would take is for me to just throw Shelly to the side over these markers and for Shelly to look at me and say, I'm going on my channel and I'm about to blast the Educated Natural because her markers are crap, And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I done got rid of Shelly. I don't know what her problem is and blah, 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 blah. And Shelly turns around and says, oh, no, ma'am, I'm not that easy to get rid of. I have a social media follower now. I got over 100 subs now, baby. I'm telling everybody about you. Okay? Do I want to take that kind of hit? Because now it's about to become a her against me type thing. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. As a business owner that don't want to fan the flames, you and I both should put ourselves in the shoes of our customer and just try to make it right. So my fellow entrepreneurs out there, please think about the trust that you are building with your customers. And before you make a decision, before you make the next move, ask yourself, am I about to do something, say something, make a decision that's going to jeopardize my integrity and the integrity of my business and brand? Is it worth that? Because all it takes is one that's got enough proof and got a full story to put you on the ropes. So think about it, business owner. Let me go over here to the chat. See what y'all doing. I see the chat's moving. Let me go up here. Let's see. Let me go up here. Going down. All right. Let's see who we got here. All right. Read that one. Okay. Read that one. All right. Okay. Shelly says, this should be fun. If that marker don't work, I want a new one or a refund. See? And she said as a customer, the example, she said, I want a new one, or I want a refund, right? And that's what we all would want. And sometimes as a business owner, I would have to sit there and say, is this marker worth me telling her a full no? How long did she wait to let me know that this was an issue? Now, of course, if she's within that window, whatever that stipulation window is, if she's within that window, I have to honor that. I'm going to have to back on up and open up the drawer and get her another set of pens and send it to her. Okay? But I can't sit here and be nasty and rude and put offish, as they say where I'm from, because someone had something negative to say about something that I'm selling. It's a part of entrepreneurship. But as the CEO, as the big kahuna, as whatever title you want to give yourself, you're going to have to understand not every sale is going to go off flawless. You're going to have some issues, especially if your products came from other places. It's not something that you physically used your hand to make. You outsourced it. Okay? Now, y'all know a lot of these other companies that you can outsource stuff through, and people get all these stuff from overseas and everywhere else. I'm not about to start dropping names. All right. But if you're not doing a quality check on that stuff, still, it falls, CEO, in your lap. That's your responsibility to make sure that your customer is receiving what they are expecting and what you said. If something happens, let's say, use Shelly for an example again. Shelly, I hope it's okay. But if I send these pens to Shelly and in shipping, Lord forbid, but I know I have received some stuff in shipping that was just tore up from the floor up, okay? But if for some reason Shelly gets my markers, all right? She get these markers and the tops are off of them, and they've been in that box rolling around and they have just gotten messed up some kind of way. They have dried out because the tops done popped off of them, and they done marked on other markers. It's just a whole mess when Shelly opened that box. All right. Nothing like it was when I sent it. Shelly, the first thing I would hope she would do is take a picture and send it to me so I can see what she see. All right. This is why I love unboxing content creators. This is why unboxings are so important. Even if you don't put them on YouTube, if you're getting something from an entrepreneur, here's your nugget. Do a live or a pre-recorded unboxing. That way you have proof. This is what it looked like when I opened the box. I would encourage you, if you are doing business with an entrepreneur, whether it's someone here on social media or somewhere out there, open the box as soon as you get it. Don't sit on it. I'm guilty of that. Don't sit on it. Because sometimes things have gotten messed up in shipping. And the earlier you let that entrepreneur know, the better for you. The more inclined they are to give you a refund, the more inclined they are to help you out in this situation and to make this thing better for both parties. But as the entrepreneur, I'm here to tell you, some things you're going to take on the chin. Some things you're going to be like, man, that's going to be a loss. I'm going to have to send her a whole new set of markers. So if Shelly paid me $20 for a 12-pack of markers, I'm going to have to suck up that $20. It's a part of doing business. But at least I know my customer will be happy versus me saying, I may give you 1% back. And she gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Like, none of these markers are working. Look at this stuff. But at least as an entrepreneur, you have to understand it is your job to try to make it right with your customer. This is not the time to play, I'm not doing that. Nope. You're going to have to. It's part of business. It's part of being an entrepreneur. So let me keep going on here. Kathy Mack says she stored them on top of the toaster oven. I'm laughing, but there are some people out there that are just that shiesty in order to get a refund that just might try that. You may be onto something there, Happy Mac. So let me see who else. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. Let me see. All right, let me look here. All right, Miss Joy's asking about her YouTube. Okay, Shelly says, and if offered and interested, get BBB accreditation. Yeah, absolutely. A matter of fact, I was just looking at that the other week. Thank you for reminding me of that. All right, let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shelly. I try to do what God called me to do. All right, going on down. There you go. Absolutely, Shelly. She says, when I get a damaged box, the first thing I do is take a picture of the shipping box unopened. There you go. Hey, Precious Pieces. Welcome in. Welcome in. Great to see you. So now, let's get into something that may be a little bit hard for certain people to swallow, to digest. And let's see here. Miss Joy says, before I get into it, let's see here. In business, you and your customer can come to some happy medium to avoid negative feedback. Absolutely. I 100% agree. You have to, as a CEO, be willing to help out the situation as much as possible. And anytime you ship something, there is definitely a high chance in comparison to you hand delivering something yourself. Shipping, y'all have seen shipping, okay? I have had stuff thrown on the porch, just dry. I'm like, dude, really? What did that box do to you? I know you overworked and probably underpaid, but what did my stuff do to you? So if they dropped it on my porch, I can imagine how many times it's been dropped by other people as it's moved from delivery center to delivery center. So entrepreneurs, do not skip on your packing peanuts, your bubble wrap, anything. I don't even care for the t-shirt. If you can wrap it securely, wrap it securely. I would rather receive a package and send a package that has so much tape and bubble wrap on it. It's going to take me about a good 5-10 minutes to get into it, knowing that it's not damaged. Because if you're leaving it to the shipping companies, child, your stuff going to be jacked up, tore up from the floor up, okay? If you don't package it correctly. And even if you try to blame it on a shipping company saying, oh, well, it wasn't that way when I shipped it. Oh, well, deal with it. You're wrong. As a CEO, you are wrong. If I was trying to ship something that's a monitor, because I got monitors all around me. If I'm trying to ship a monitor, I'm not just going to just take some tissue paper and wrap this monitor up in it and then just put it in the box and be like, okay. No, it's fragile. This thing will have so much bubble wrap and tape and newspaper and anything else I can think that's going to give it some cushion to protect it, because I want my customer happy. I want them satisfied. I don't want any issues. And so I'm here to tell you, whatever you need to do, CEO, if you got to add a couple more quarters because of tape, because of extra bubble wrap, then do that. It's always better to err on the side of caution than to just throw that thing out there and something happens to it. Because bottom line, you could be taking another hit as a CEO. If I didn't make sure that those markers that I'm sending to Shelly in my example were packaged correctly, then I am literally telling myself, I might just going to send her two, because I'm going to have to send her two anyway, because I'm just not going to do this right. And if you're not going to package things correctly, if you're not going to do a class or a course correctly, and like the saying goes, you always under promise and over deliver, right? Because there's nothing like exceeding your customer's expectation. You don't want to just meet it. You want to exceed it. You want to throw a couple of surprises in there. I have received packages. I'm thinking, okay, I only ordered one thing. Again, I got something extra from the company, something else. And it's like, oh, wow, this is cool. I didn't think this was coming. Wow, this is amazing. That's over delivering. A sticker or something, it's over delivering. And it made me as a customer feel real good and actually say, I am going to do business with them again, because they went above and beyond my expectation. Now, for the companies that didn't do that, didn't even meet the expectation, I'm not doing business with them. I have ordered from a small business that was very popular here a few years ago in the apparel industry. Everybody and their mama was talking about this particular company. I mean, they had big time content creators just touting this company. Every time you see them, they was rocking the gear. Hey, J3GS Farm, welcome in. Hey, Nate, welcome in. They were talking about the gear. Everybody was wearing it. Everybody that was doing custom t-shirts and whatever else, and hoodies, everybody was talking about their stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. It looks nice. Let me go place an order. So I ordered some things for myself and for my husband, y'all. When we received that order, none of the stuff fit right. It wasn't cut right. They sent me what they wanted to send me. I ordered a medium hoodie. They sent me a large hoodie. I'm like, what? I ordered a large pant. They sent me a extra large pants. I'm like, what? What is this? It was a horrible experience. So I did what I just told y'all to do. As soon as I got the package, because I was so excited, I opened it, right? When I realized the stuff was just all jacked up and wrong, I immediately contacted the company through email, because they said contact us through email. So I emailed them. I even hit them up on social media. Do you know what these people told me? You think they offered for me to send the stuff back? No. You think they offered me my money back? No, because I didn't want any of this stuff because it wasn't right. I wanted my money back. These people was like, we can give you store credit. What make you think that I'm about to buy anything from y'all ever again? I don't want store credit. So I emailed them back. Do you think the people email me back anymore? No. They ignored every single email I sent to them about my order. Hey, welcome in, song. They completely ignored me. So I went to the inbox of the spokesperson that was telling everybody about this company. Had everybody else, oh, you got to get your stuff from them. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry about your experience. I'll talk to them. Did anything happen? No, I'm still stuck with this horrible pieces of clothes. I don't even want to put this stuff in a Goodwill bag. But I'm like, this was bad craftsmanship. It was a bad experience. It was just bad all year round. And I said, never again would I buy for the company. And I haven't. So if you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or a large business owner, corporation, and you are operating like this, you are out of order. Completely out of order. So let me check the chat. Let's see here. Psalm says, as a consumer, I do take notice and absolutely appreciate when companies use extra packaging and materials. I do too. I do too. To me, it shows they care about whatever it is they're selling. And they understand that shipping companies do not. Okay? And they don't want to have to replace something that has already been sold, because that means the customer's not going to be paying twice. They're going to have to pay again. So why not do it right the first time? That's how I look at it. So let's go back up here. Let's see here. And Shelly says, and I think that really makes a difference to me as well, is well done packaging, products, cute design, thank you cards. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, I spoke to you too. All right, so I hope something I have said has made every business owner in here think and take these things seriously. So now let's get into something that some of y'all may not want to hear about, but it is what it is. Let's talk about a few of these red flags, shall we? There are a lot, and I'm sure you all have your stories when it comes to red flags. And when I say red flags, I'm referring to people that are operating unethically. They are doing unethical business practices. They have done things that have destroyed the trust between them and their customers, such as false advertisement. You see that a lot online. Oh, it's this long, it's this wide, it's this measurement, it's that, and you get it and it is nothing like what they said. Or it's this type of material, or it looks like this, and they go in Photoshop and they make the prettiest picture to make you want to buy it, and you get it, and it's nothing like what the picture showed. Completely different. False advertisement. Right? So things like this are red flags. You have certain people here, let's keep it right here on social media. There was, for the last few years, there has been, and I don't know if you all have seen it, but I know I have. There has been this influx of people wanting to hit monetization. And I mean hit monetization fast, as quick as they can. And there are certain people that are doing unethical things in order to hit that threshold. Now, unethical things could be a variety of things. For instance, I'm sure most people in here are content creators in some line or another. I'm sure you all have heard about people buying their family members. You've heard of people paying larger content creators a fee for them to drive traffic to them. I've heard of people, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But I'm going to stop right there, because if I say anything else, they may flag my channel because I said it. But there are some unethical practices that people are taking. Hey, unbiased, welcome in order to grow their channels. But here is the shocking thing. People see this. I have seen a channel. One week I was on their channel, found out about them from another content creator, wanted to go show support. Headed over to the channel. The channel had like 200 and something family members. In a week, they had 1,200. Now, I'm not saying this is impossible. But let me also tell you that while I was there every time they went live just to say, hey, you're doing good, give them some encouragement. And the numbers weren't moving. And next thing I know, I looked around and this person got thousands upon thousands in less than 2-3 weeks. And at first I was like, man, that was fast. Okay, they must be doing their thing. Cool. It's working for them. But that was until someone else noticed And then someone else who really follows and digs deep down into YouTube and analytics and all this types of thing, they said, hey, something's not right here. I have been on this person's channel. I have been in this person's live streams. There's nobody here. They're not doing this, whatever it is they're doing. They're not getting these family members organically. Something is afoot here. And I said, hey, that's their business. I'm going to mind my business. I got my own channel to worry about. But then what really started to get even more people's attention is that they got greedy. They didn't just stop at 4 or 5K. They went all the way up there, y'all. I ain't gonna say the number, but they went high. Okay, they aimed high like they in the Air Force. All right. And it started to get a lot of people's attention. And so people started to back up from this channel because something just didn't feel right. Now, you can do whatever you want to on your channel. That's your business. Ain't got to do with me. But what got my attention outside of all of that was the next thing I knew, the person started having business discussions. And a few of them had to do with how to grow your YouTube channel. And so I was like, really? Really? Let me see what they say. So I watched the videos and realized they was like, oh yeah, get you a community and show support and, organic reach, and da-da-da. And I was like, that's not what you did though. Why don't you stop with all this unethical lying you're doing in this video and just tell people the truth? Just tell people that I didn't want to do this organically. And I went and I did what I did to get these thousands upon thousands of family members. Because some people who may not follow how things kind of work and grow and on these social media platforms may run across your channel and see, oh my goodness, you have 50K or whatever. And they may think that you got it organically, and they may listen to your video and your content, and they may think you got it organically, and they may think, well, if she did it or if he did it, then I'm gonna just, put my head down, I'm gonna grind, it's gonna happen for me. And they may do all these things you said in your videos, and they may take, because they don't really know you like that. And they may just run across your content and think that's how you got it. But the truth of the matter is you didn't get it out the mud. You swiped your card. You invested some sort of way to get those family members. Just say that. Just say that. But people won't say that because then that's going to lead to other conversations, right? It's going to open up a door and then people are going to have additional questions and you're going to have to really answer those things. But do what you do. But things like that are seen as unethical practices in business. It's okay to grow slow. Because sometimes when you grow too fast, you're not ready for that growth. And sometimes when that growth takes off, if you're not ready for that growth, it can hurt you in the long run. You could get to a place where you hit what's called burnout. There are even some people, because things move so fast, they fall into the category of what's known as imposter syndrome. So be careful how you grow, because it's sometimes growth, when it's unethical, it falls into the category of what they say about lies. Once you tell one lie, you got to keep telling that lie. Even if it's to yourself, you got to continue to keep covering up that lie with another lie, with another lie, with another lie. And at some point, your lies will catch up to you. So be careful, because some people are watching you that you don't see. You don't know. There are people in the bushes that are paying close attention to your numbers, to your not to your analytics because they can't see it, but they're paying close attention to your views. They're paying really close attention to how many people are in your lives. They're paying really close attention to your moves. And if you are a business owner and you are doing things not only unethical on your channel, but in your business practices and how you're dealing with your customers, it's going to be found out. So be careful. If you want to say you're a CEO, there's going to be certain sacrifices as a CEO you're going to have to make to ensure that your reputation is solid. And even if there is an issue that may take place between you and a customer, you're going to have to put on your big girl and big boy underwear on and handle that thing like an adult. But if at all possible, refrain from trying to push the responsibility on fixing the issue to that customer. That's your product. That's your baby. That's your company. It's your responsibility. So hear me and hear me well. Hey, G Mama, welcome in. So let me check the chat real quick. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Let's go all the way back up here. Okay. All right. I read some. Going down. Okay. Did I put unbiased on the screen? I'm not sure. Hey, unbiased. Great to see you. Okay, let me see here. Okay. I got to talk and get some stuff off my chest to something that has happened to me. Well, Miss Joy, I will be dropping the link in just a bit. If you want to come up here, you're going to do it on your channel. Let me know. All right, let's see. Shelly says, mind blown. You done made it make sense to me. Wow. Well, that's good. That's what I'm here for. I'm glad that has happened. Okay, Unbiased is checking on Miss Joy. Okay, she's answering Unbiased. All right. G Mama in the house. How you doing, G Mama? How you doing? I got to go catch up on your content. But that's a member here. If you haven't connected with G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden, if you're interested in gardening, please go check her out and show her some love. Okay, let's see. Miss Joy says, trust me, it hurts to invest into people with a good heart and be done wrong, but I've learned you have to take this as a lesson because bigger and better things are coming your way. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am, indeed. Always something coming your way. I'm biased. I'm not even going to put it on the screen. I can't with you today. I cannot with you. Did I put you on the screen? Let me see. Let me go back. Come back here, thing. I am so happy to have you here. Welcome in, Ine. Welcome in. Let's see. Going down, y'all. Going through the chat. Hey, Sifting Some Soil and More. Welcome in. Great to see you. Y'all know Mona's over there sowing and growing. You know that already. It's a gardener season. Let me tell you, if you all are not growing your own fruits and vegetables, what are you waiting on? Have y'all seen the price of bell peppers? Listen. Ooh, wait, that thing said I wouldn't get a red bell pepper. I think it was like $2 or something. I said, for one? Wait a minute. What's going on? It's a pepper, man. It's a pepper. Goodness. But I love my bell peppers, y'all. I do. So I had to go in and bite that bullet. But let me tell you something. If you can grow your own, grow it. All right. All right. That's all the chat. Everybody's going down. Listen, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you have become a part of the family here by hitting that subscribe button. You are more than welcome here. If you would like to have like-minded people that's going to support you, lift you up, and help you out in any way that they can when we talk about business and everything in between, I invite you to join my membership. There are currently 3 levels to the membership. Level 1 is just like the shout out level. That's kind of what I call it. But if you want to be a part of the one-on-ones, our group discussions, and get all types of tips and tricks, you have to join level 2 or level 3. We have meetings. This is not me doing a mukbang, because I've been in some memberships, people that eat. I'm like, I'm not coming here to watch you eat. Like, show me something, teach me something. And my members are here to tell you, In my memberships, we learn some stuff, okay? We learn from each other. I share with them, they share with me. And at the end of every single session, we leave with some new knowledge and a new mindset shift. This month, we are talking about target audience and messaging. We've already did part 1. We will be doing part 2 on our next meeting, which will be April the 27th at 3 p.m. Central. All right, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. We will be having our member meetup. Once again, that is April the 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. All right. So if you are a part of the membership, please make sure you write that date down. I need y'all to be there with your pens and your paper, because we have to finish this thing up when we talk about our target audience. Why is this important? Content creators, it's important because some of you all, I was doing this myself till I had to go through this before I brought it to my members. Your messaging is reaching the wrong people. That's another reason why your channel is probably not growing organically, because of what you're doing. You're attracting and repelling. Basically, you're attracting sometimes people you don't want, that you know that's not going to buy your products and services. And you're repelling the people that possibly could, because the messaging just is not speaking to them. So what we're doing is we're narrowing down everybody that's in the membership, who you're talking to. All right. I recently, right before the close of tax time, I had to sit down with my accountant and my not so silent business partner, because they never silent. Okay. But they do this because they want the best for me and the business. And we sat down and we talked, and they said, listen, you got to make some changes. You have been doing a whole lot of free 99 stuff. You've been pouring. It's time for you now to put some of that stuff behind the paywall. And they literally had to get with your girl. They had to get me all straightened out. You hear me? And some of the conversations were not easy to hear. But as a business person, sometimes somebody has to kick you in the butt every now and then. And that's what they did. So I'm having to make shifts and changes in my business for the betterment not only of the people that I help, my customers and my clients, but also the business as a whole, because the business is starting to grow and it's starting to shift, and my services and products are now starting to be requested from a lot of different sectors. So I had to make sure that my messaging is speaking to my own target audience. And I know some of you will, even doing the membership training, a lot of people say, oh, well, my stuff is for everybody. I'm also going to be going over that. Well, I say too. It's not. I don't care if it's a marker. It's not for everybody. Okay. So if you have not joined the membership, don't miss out. We are having a great time and we're learning a lot together. So you don't have to suffer and struggle in your business alone. If you have questions, this is the perfect place to be to get those questions answered. So you can join the membership right here on the channel, on the Educated Natural channel. You should see a button that says join, and just click there, pick your level, and I look forward to working with you and seeing you with our membership meetings. Okay. All right. So let me go on down in the chat. I think I see it move. Let's see here. Yes, I am sifting some soil and more. I am growing peppers. My peppers over there struggling. Let me tell you something I have learned since last year, because this is my second year of gardening. I don't know what it is. Maybe y'all can give me some help, and I definitely will be on your channels. But my peppers, I don't have no problem with germination. Germination has been great. Problem is, I don't know if this in the house. I don't know what it is, but they'll germinate. They'll get their first, second set of leaves, and out of nowhere, I'll go in there one day, they're like this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. My tomatoes are taking off. And so I've been trying to do some research and saying what's going on. There are three types of peppers that I'm growing outside of my bell peppers. And I'm seeing it in my banana peppers. They have just started to just curl up. And I'm like, what's going on? They were looking pretty one day. The next day, they just decided to just go try to be with the Lord. I'm trying to help them, but they just decided to just cross on over. I don't know what's going on. But it's my banana peppers. My peppercini peppers, I'm growing those for my husband, and they just now all of a sudden just started to do the same thing. And I don't understand. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm thinking about just dropping some peppers and starting over, but I know it's probably a little too late because peppers take a long time to germinate and get ready for the outdoors. I don't know what happened. They were doing good, and now they starting to look a little funky. So I don't know what's going on. Everything else, y'all, remember I told y'all that my house, not to get into gardening, get on the subject too much, but remember I told y'all my house was the place where brassicas come to go be with the Lord, because I have yet to grow any brassica, even lettuce. Y'all, I got lettuce. I got lettuce growing. So I'm like, how's the lettuce growing? And the peppers over there acting like they on the struggle bus. Because last year peppers were the bomb. And maybe because I was growing jalapenos. And this time I'm growing different kind of peppers. I don't know what's going on. But my peppers are struggling. So you just lift our peppers up in prayer, okay? Because at this point, I'm about to get hydroponics. I'm sick of this. But yeah, that's kind of how things are going. But tomatoes are looking good. But these peppers over here are fighting for their life, y'all. I'm trying some, but they're not liking me. Hey, I'm trying, Dolores. I'm trying. Hey, the analytic gardener. Welcome in. Welcome in. So let's get on back to today's subject. Are you fertilized? I am. Shelly, I am. When I uppotted them and I put them in the little items, and they now have more rooms, but it seems like ever since I moved them, they just said, time to go. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, I've been following videos, trying to get the right stuff. And so now I'm looking to see what do peppers need? Do they need more nitrogen? Do they need more phosphorus? Do they need more potassium? Like, what do they need? Because these things over here just falling one by one. I'm like, what did I do? My tomatoes just took off. So I'm like, they're in the same mix. So I don't understand. Maybe peppers need something that I may be missing. I'm not sure. So if y'all got some advice, I'm here to learn. Okay, bigger parts and fertilizer. Peppers are heavy feeders. Okay, got you. Up pot and fertilizer. I did that. My baby's over there struggling. Well, I noticed, Happy Mac, that the first set of leaves, not the true leaves, the Catalina leaves. I think that's how you say that. Close to it. Those had started to turn yellow and fall off, but the true leaves were green. They were doing well, and then all of a sudden, things just took a turn. Okay, more water. I've added so much water. I thought maybe I was over watering them, because one of them did get, and Shelly, you had it in your video as well. So if you guys haven't checked out Shelly's video about her the fungus, like when you overwater and you get the white stuff on top. Well, a couple of them had that on the top, and I went in, I scraped it off, and I was okay. I must be over watering them, because I was told that peppers don't like to be, a lot of water or whatever. I don't know. I'm just reading, but just go what I'm reading, y'all. And I'm learning as I go. So I don't know what's going on. I got the fan on them. I got plenty of lights on them from the very beginning. I don't know. Maybe just don't want me to have no banana peppers. And I was so excited when I got those banana pepper seeds, because they're brand new seeds. And I was like, yes, because I love banana peppers. And I was like, I'm going to grow me some banana peppers. And y'all, one by one, they are all looking real sad. All right, let's see here, Miss Joy. Thank you for getting us back on topic. She says, building trust with your customers is crucial for any business to succeed. In today's competitive market, honest business practices can be a game changer by being transparent, reliable, and fair. I agree. Yes, ma'am. I think that's what it is too, G-Mom. I think it's transplant shot, which sucks. Okay, let's get back on this. All right, so, okay, I'm looking at everyone's comment. I think I'm caught up. Yep. All right, cool. So let's talk about this. I know Miss Joy says she has some things to get off of her chest, but let's talk about these. And if you have been impacted by someone for unethical business practices, please, I would love to hear from you. Because let me tell y'all something that happened to me. Now, where am I at on? It should be, where am I at on time? Oh, it's right at the top. I can't even see. All right, 1 hour. Okay, cool. So let me share a personal story with y'all that happened to me. It was 2013. I was fresh out of grad school, and I decided that I wanted to own my own business. However, I knew I needed some help. So I went on a search, and I said, yeah, there's no aphids. The first thing I look for it. There's nothing in here. So I said, okay, I need to get around some like-minded individuals who know business, who are actually working business, because that means they are where I want to be. I'm just now starting out. So I happened to be on YouTube University, is what we call it now. And I didn't have a channel. I was just we had a family channel, but there was no videos. It was just like a lot of you don't have a channel. You just have, it's not an active channel, right? You can go where you can do comments and all kind of stuff like that. So I was looking around and found someone that I really liked, and I kept watching her content. I was like literally binge watching her content and binge watching other content creators that she was connected to. And I was just like in it, y'all. I was focused on her. She was very smart, very likable, very trustworthy. And so I started following her and connected with her, and we had conversations, and everything seemed to be going well. And so and she told me about her business she was a part of, and I looked at it and everything sounded great. Like I was like, oh my goodness, I have found my tribe. I have done it. This is going to be awesome. So I did what a lot of people do. I invested in my business by buying into these products and services. Now, my husband, I should have listened to him, because when I told him about it, he told me exactly what it was. He said, don't do it. Stay away from that. Something about it ain't right. And I was like, no, babe, this is good. This is cool. My husband was like, don't do it, Kim. Don't do it. I wouldn't listen. Biggest mistake. Wouldn't listen. So I went all in, y'all. I dropped $5,000. Yep, you heard it. 5,000 into this company's products and services, because I trusted these people that I had met. I'm gonna stay calm. Hey, Blue, welcome in. I'm gonna stay calm, y'all. I invested $5,000 into these products and services. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of a MLM, a direct sales, a Ponzi scheme before. But your girl, because I fell for the okie doke. I fell for the niceness. And that's why I can tell y'all smiling faces tell lies. Somebody got paid that day. Cost of me. I got in, met some more great people that I thought, y'all, and went to events, and they had all kind of conferences, and I drove and went there and met some great people. Had a great time. I was all hyped. If you ever gone to a conference, you get all hyped, right? I'm all hyped. And everybody was, they had live streams going, and everybody was jumping in front of the camera, and I was shying away from the camera because that just was not my thing during that time of my life. And then one of the directors of the business grabbed me and was like, I've heard from everybody in the room, but you come on, say what you got to say. And I got pictures and everything from this. And I opened my mouth, and guys, I just set the room on fire. I didn't even know it was the first time it ever happened. I was like, whoa. And I wasn't feeling the greatest. I had a sinus infection, y'all. I was stuffy, but I still went anyway, because I was like, these my people, right? Had a great time at the event, came back home, y'all, had a game plan, boom. It was one of those things where you get one, and then they get somebody. Y'all heard them. You get somebody, they get somebody, they fall under you. One of them type of places or things. Y'all, I was invested. Every week you had to pay to be in it. So I'm paying every week to be in it. Y'all, I didn't make a single dime of my money. And every month I was paying to be in this group with all these people. And didn't realize it, but I was honestly in a Ponzi scheme. By the time reality set in, y'all, I was in about almost $10K. Yeah. Now do you see why I don't talk about this too much? My husband lost it on me. I lost it on me by trusting the wrong people. It wasn't until people started, the ones that made money were the ones at the top, right? The ones at the bottom and in the middle, such as myself, it was a struggle. We lost. And so, long story short, this company ended up being reported to the government. A lot of people lost a lot of money. People lost way more money than I did. And they ended up shutting this company down. The owners went running. It was just a whole big mess. Long story short, be careful. Smiling faces do tell lies. That loss for me was a huge lesson. It's funny now because some of the people that were a part of the same thing have now started to grow once again on social media platforms. They're not a part of that company, but they're a part of other MLMs, other direct sale type companies. One of them has even started to use God as their umbrella. All of a sudden now they're religious and all this stuff, and God can do amazing things. But I still remember, and when I hear them talk, I still hear some of the same things that they said and was a part of that Ponzi scheme. Okay. So I'm here to tell you, be careful. My husband gave me the red flag warning. I ignored it because I was going with my feelings. And my feelings led me astray. I ignored discernment because I was like, these are some cool people. They're smart, da 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 da. But those smiling faces cost me my money. And I can't really blame them. I can blame me because I didn't listen to the red flags. So could I be mad at them? Sure. But can I be mad at me first? Yes, absolutely. And I beat myself up constantly over that bad business decision because those people were scammers. But do you think it ended there? I mean, it ended there for me. But I've even ran across some people that were in the church, and the church needed money. And the church had ran across another organization that was using the African American essence as their part of their scheme. You know, black people, we're going to do this and da 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 da. It was all about the blackness, right? So when the idea came to me, or it came before the congregation of the church, they looked at me and was like, are you going to be a part of it? I said no. Immediately, because in my mind, I remember what happened to me last time I was in something like this. And I said no. They said, oh, so everybody else that was like all in was looking at me like I was the bad guy. And I'm like, look, I'm telling y'all, I have seen this orchestrate before. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no, it's a shoe in. No, 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 they showed us that. I'm like, they're gonna show you that. They're gonna show you how to make money. Of course they're gonna make money at the top. Of course they're gonna make money. If all of y'all in here join up with them, they gonna make money, but you gonna have to really work hard to get somebody to be convinced to come join you into this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Think they listen to me? No. So what do you think happened? Just a few months later, it fell apart and they lost. And guess what? The church is gone now. Gone. I don't know how much was lost. I don't know how much was gained. I do not know. I just know I said no, and my no was no, because I had learned that lesson already before. So please be mindful about who you're doing business with. Do your research. Pray about it and let God lead you, because there are certain people that operate under unethical practices, and they're looking to smile in your face and to take money out of your personal wallet. And when you try to go back and try to get your money back, good luck with that. it's probably not going to happen for you. So I'm telling you, I'm sharing that story with y'all. That is a real story that really happened to me. And it was because I did not listen to the red flags. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Welcome in. I didn't listen to it. And so, yeah, be mindful, because sometimes it's not a group of people working together. Sometimes it's one person. So your integrity should mean a lot to you. Your reputation should mean a lot to you. Your credibility should mean a lot to you. Because all it takes is someone's bad experience dealing with you in a business type of setting for the word to get out, and you're done. Ironically, like I said before, with all the people, including myself, that lost money, none of us said a word. None of us said a word. I didn't say a word because I was embarrassed. Because I was like, I'm too smart for this. I should know about this. What's wrong with me? It was just the sheer embarrassment of it all. And then I was already beating myself up for the amount of money that I lost. Okay. And it took me years to get to the place where I said, I got to bet on me. After that entire experience, I started literally, when people would come to me for business, I would push it to somewhere else, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to put you in somebody else's capable hands, because I just lost a bunch of money. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm not helping anybody. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped the products and I stopped the services in my business. And I'm just now relaunching into this. And this was back in 2013 when this all took place. It was 2013 through 2014. I was with them for over a year, y'all. Yeah. And it did something to me to where I said, maybe entrepreneurship is not for me. Maybe I need to be doing something else. But then it came to a point in 2020. It was 2020. When a lady in church, ironically, came up to me and she said, sis, I'm going to tell you something. She said, you're going to have to start betting on you, and you're going to have to stop running from the gifts and the talents that God gave you. She said, I don't know what happened to you. She said, but every time I'm near you, I feel the hurt. I feel the betrayal. She said, but I also hear what God is telling me to tell you. And that is, put your trust in him. He still has work for you to do. And I had to digest that from her. And every time she would see me, she would just grab me and hug me and say the same thing over and over and over. In 2021, my husband and I were having a conversation. And he was like, when are you going to start betting on you? And I was like, what are you talking about? Because it came out of nowhere. It wasn't even part of the conversation we were normally having. He just said it. And I said, well, I'll just hire somebody to do this and do that and these different things I wanted to do. He says, no more hiring, no more outsourcing for you. You know how to do these things, don't you? And I was like, well, yeah. He was like, then why don't you do it? And it was at that moment, after that conversation with him, when I realized that although I had lost all that money at the beginning of my business, and it was a very expensive lesson to learn, that I was going to have to put fear to the side, forgive myself, ask God to forgive me for walking away from the gifts and the talents and the skills that he had given to me because of past experiences. And that I was going to have to, for the first time in years, bet on me and come into agreement that God did not make a mistake when he gave me these gifts and talents. But I was going to have to trust him on a deeper level than I had ever had to trust him before. but I had reached a point where there was going to be no more outsourcing. He was going to qualify me and educate me to be able to not only help me, but to be able to help others by sharing these stories. Like, you're not the only person that has lost dealing with people. I lost, in my opinion, big time. But because of that loss, now I know what to do and what not to do. And sometimes God will allow us to have these heartbreaking experiences, especially these financial experiences when you lose. It's great when you're winning, yoo-hoo! But when you're losing, that's a wake-up call. And you're able to learn that lesson so that it will never happen to you or anyone connected to you again. Because you will be that example that stands before them to say, listen, I am proof that yes, things can happen in business, but I am also proof of what it looks like when you get back up. You may stumble, you may fall, but it's power in the get back up. So even if you cross paths with someone that's doing unethical business practices and you yourself are a trustworthy person, listen to your discernment. Listen to what God is trying to tell you, because sometimes God sends us red flags and he tells us, be careful of that one. Keep your eyes on that one. Keep your ears open to what's being said about that one. And it's not always for you to go and tell somebody about those other people. Sometimes it's for your information only. So if you're in business, my fellow entrepreneurs, I'm talking about the real, true business people that's doing things ethically. You're working with integrity. Your reputation means something to you. I'm talking to you. I know it can get hard and challenging out here in this world because there's so many shysters out there. There's so many scammers out there. And I know it gets hard because sometimes it feels like you need a bullhorn just to tell people I am the real deal. Trust me, I do it every day. I understand. And it's hurtful to see kind people, loving people, godly people be taken advantage of because they're listening to the other people. And you're over there saying, over here, don't go over there, over here. And I know it gets hard. It's a challenge. Don't give up. Don't quit. And don't you dare fall into the trap of trying to do what they do now. Continue to be ethical. Continue to trust God. Continue to show up every single day with no underlying agenda other than to make them great, make God greater, and be the best business person you can be. Continue to educate yourself. Continue to keep your eyes open and look for signs and warnings that God may be sending your way. But don't you dare give up. Don't quit because you see more people going to the other side than they are to you. God will send those to you that were created for you. And I truly believe this is why God kept bringing me back to talk to my members about that target audience, because those are the ones you're going to be talking to. Those are the ones that need to hear your voice. Those are the ones that's willing and ready to get your instructions on how to truly reach their next level. And even if you got 50 other shysters out there that's telling people nothing but pure lies, you keep telling the truth. You keep speaking the truth. And the right people will be heading your way, but don't quit. Now, to those of you that's out here doing unethical business practices, hear me and hear me well. I could say it from the street, so I could say it from the boardroom. Which side do we want to go, God? I'm going to say it to you like this. Stop while you are ahead. Because some of your names have been dropped as doing unethical business practices. People are listening. People are watching you. And it's probably not going to be before long before someone drops the T on you. They are going to pull the wool from over everyone's eyes when it comes to you. Stop doing what you are doing to your fellow content creators, to your fellow business owners, because the word is getting out. I have heard more than I need to hear about the negative experiences that people are having. And I got to tell y'all, it's heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking because some of these people are so kind. Some of these people are our elders. Some of these people are just starting a business. Some of these people spend countless hours on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook supporting so many people. And then when they listen to what you say you're selling and they go buy from you and then you just do them wrong, it's ridiculous. Stop. If you can't do something, then don't even offer it. If you don't know, just say you don't know and send them to somebody that does. But stop telling people you know how to run a business and there is absolutely no proof of you doing that. You know how to steal. You know how to be a thief. You know how to be unethical. That's the truth. But leave people and their money alone. Go somewhere else and stop wasting people's time. And stop stealing their hard-earned money, or it's going to blow up in your face in front of everyone. There's my warning. So let me check the chat. I'm about to drop this link real quick. Yeah, Mike. Your church fell apart too? Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, Miss Joyce says, I have a story and I'm ready to tell it here if I can because you keep bringing up things about credibility and integrity. Okay, let me see. Mike says, scammers rely on you being embarrassed. You're right, Mike. You're right. And because of that embarrassment, they will sit there and say they're not going to say anything because they say something. They got to show their hand too or whatever. So it's important to speak about these things, even if they're embarrassing, because we can prevent others from going through the same things. Absolutely, son. Absolutely. G-Mama says, I'm still digging my way out of being scammed. I can't say never again because it happened twice. Oh, no, G-Mama, no. Hey, Bad, welcome in. Bad. Bedazzled Designs, welcome in. Forgive me. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Patty, welcome in. It's great to see you. All right, going down, y'all. I'm moving. All right, export you. Okay, going down. Going through the chat, everybody. But I'm about to drop this link. Let me see. Can I copy? This is the first time I'm doing this. Y'all bear with me. Y'all know I'm still learning. Okay, this program. Let me see if I can paste it here. Does that work? Okay, there's the link. Okay, that's on. All right. Hey, Cheryl, welcome in. Welcome in, Spilling the Diversity. Welcome in. Shelly says, child, mic drop. You just laid it all out. Thanks for your transparency. Absolutely. This is the first time I've ever shared that. Usually I just keep it to myself. I'm like, it's a lesson learned. I cried about it, y'all. I didn't say some, just been hard on myself. Hey, the everyday life of an OCD chick. Welcome in. I went through it after that experience. But I thank God for deliverance. I thank God for forgiveness. I thank God for showing me how to just use this for my good and not let this completely keep me buried and, keep me in that place of sadness, because that was a lot of money. Okay. And I'm not like a money hungry person, but that's still hard earned money that was saved up to be invested in my business, and I chose this to invest it in. And so to work hard to try to recoup that, and it's just been just thinking about it, just like, oh, and you went through the whole, I went through the whole thing of, how could you be so, this, and how could you do this, and you know better, why do you listen to your husband? So you kind of go through all those things that it's too late. What's done is done, and I had to live with that. It was not easy. It wasn't easy at all. So, Miss Joy, the link is there. I wonder if I can, let me go to my phone real quick, y'all. Let me. All right, let's pin that up there. It's at the top now. Okay. All right, yeah. Okay. Let me know if that's working. But yeah, I would invite y'all. Y'all can hit the link, and move my glasses over here. And if you want to come up and share and give your thoughts on this, you are more than welcome to do so. We are, we're just talking about business practices and, building that trust through honest business practices. And not everyone in business is honest. I told y'all there's business people and then there's business people. Business people are the people that's doing these unethical business practices. And business people are people that are about, he says, I'm waiting. Do you see me? Because I don't see you. Hold on. Okay. Are you here, Miss Joyce? Because I don't see you. Let me get out of here. Okay, Miss Patty says, I was partially scammed about 2 weeks ago. Not on YouTube. It was a hot... What? Oh, no, Miss Patty. Hey, that to this creations. Welcome in. I don't see you, Miss Joy. I'm sure you're supposed to pop up over here. Let me look. Options. All right, I don't see you. Did you click the link, Miss Joy? That is so sad. I don't know why all these people are just doing all this. All this craziness. Let me see. Let me know, Miss Joy, if you click the link. And anyone can click the link that wants to come up. Let me see here. Go to the it said it just keeps saying connected. It's probably user error. Let me look. Invited guest. You should pop up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I see you. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Give me a thumbs up. You ready? Okay, so let me go here. Okay, and let me add Miss Joy. Y'all give me a second.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I see you. Let me see here. Let me add to this one. I did it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Miss Joy?
No, give me a second.
I hear an echo.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Oh, let me turn this off. Yeah. Can you guys?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you
I
hear
can
me?
only hear you because I'm on the television.
Okay, let's see here. You should be able to hear me.
I can hear you only because you're on the television.
But you can't hear me through whatever device you're using? Can y'all hear Miss Joy? Let me
Do
know.
you still hear an echo?
A little bit. Say something.
I can hear you only because you're on the
Yeah,
television.
I hear it. I hear the echo. I hear it from your TV.
Oh, you know what? Probably because I have it cut off, muted.
Can you hear me
Can you
now?
hear me now?
Okay, now I can hear myself. Are you able to hear me through your device, Miss Joy?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. I thought somebody else come up, but they dropped back down. I think she got a long delay on her end. Okay. So welcome up, Miss Joy. If you can hear me, let me know you good.
I'm good. I can hear you. Thank you so very much for bringing me on. Yes.
Well, I'm glad you are here. I read your comments in the chat, so please share about your experience.
Okay, so we do. I keep hearing a delay, so I don't know if anybody else. You see, he hear that.
Yeah, I hear it. I wonder why. Hmm. But I believe we all can hear you though.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep talking, even though I'm hearing myself in the back. Okay, so last year, January, no, I'm sorry, last year, April, same time, last year, there's YouTube, and I already, just for the record, because I know what I'm about to say, I contacted the young lady and I asked her to please join in on your thing because I don't believe in talking about people behind their back. I'd rather do it in the face. Okay? So I've contacted the lady by email and I asked her to please come on. So just for the record, I am talking about she used to be DYA, I mean DIYT. Now she's T so crafty. This is a young lady when I first got on YouTube. I've only been on YouTube like a year and some months. Okay. I came on through watching Eve from the Baby's Booty, who went over to Patrice and Delonda, and within that crowd, I met Crafty Leo. Okay,
Okay, I know of
so
it.
Crafty Leo, I was watching her, and I really like what she's about. I joined her channel and stuff, and she had DIYT on there one day who talked some very good stuff that I was interested in about building your channel and this, and these are the things that I was looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was really into crafting. I mean, everything, building, making cups, making T-shirts, doing signs, all kind of things, right? And I wanted to get into embroidery. I researched different prices for embroidery machines, and they were a little out of my thing, out of my reach financially. But I did have a little savings I was saving up for, right? On her website, she put on her website three embroidery machines. Okay,
Okay.
one was a Janome four needle multi needle embroidery machine for 1350, $1,350. She put a Brother 900 SE for $800. Okay, and
Okay.
that was a single needle. Then she put something else up there, right? The price that she was offering, I could not afford to not get this machine because I really wanted an embroidery machine. I really wanted to start. Now, before this happened, I was a member on her channel. I was paying the 49.95 for being exclusive member that she was going to train to start a website. Um, and I'm saying this because people might come on here and say, "Well, Miss Joy, I just recently last month seen you do a thing with her, a group." I was trying to get past the poison, the built up heartache that I was having in here by trying to say, okay, Joy, you forgive her, keep going on. Eventually she'll come around and see she made a mistake. So bottom line, what people are not understanding and what they're not knowing, Miss T sent me a machine that was totally destroyed. I have the pictures, I have the receipts of everything. Anybody want to show me? You know what? I wonder if I can put these pictures up here. I should have thought about that. Should have emailed them to myself, and I probably could have showed you the pictures of the machine. Totally destroyed. Okay.
Just put them on your community tab.
Okay, I can do that. I'll do that because I don't have no reason to lie. And this is what hurt me so bad. This was a young lady that I was trusting. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. Now I got 10,000 people over in TikTok. I know TikTok, but I like the community over in YouTube, and I wanted to put something over here. And this young lady, looking at her site, and she has over 10,000 people over here. So I figured she know what she's talking about. She know what she's doing. She was a black young lady over in TikTok. All my friends and the people I deal with over there are Caucasian. And there's nothing wrong with Caucasian, but those people love them some Miss Joy, and they would do anything to help Miss Joy. But that's in TikTok. I wanted some community that I could connect with. So I connected with this young lady. She was selling me that computer. I mean that embroidery machine for 1,300. I had to wind up giving her another 150 for shipping. When that embroidery machine came, it was completely destroyed. She put it in a regular cardboard box, paper cardboard box, nothing on it that said fragile, nothing on it that said this side up, nothing on it that was covered. When you open the box, and before I opened it, I took pictures of it still being closed. It was so horrible. I don't know if the post office or her did it, tried to tape up where the holes were coming through. And when I contacted UPS about it, they said, ma'am, I can't help you because that machine was fighting to get out. We didn't fight to get in. Nobody destroyed that machine going in. That machine, it's because the machine back this far, hitting this far. There was holes all in the machine, right? When I opened the machine, she had some paper. This is tissue paper. It was no stronger than this, and it was just one little sheet wrapped around the thing. All the pieces was flying everywhere from where they shipped it. Now, I bought the machine from her at night. I contacted her that morning because I wanted to make arrangement with her on how we would ship it. She said, "Oh, girl, that machine's gone already." So I didn't even get to tell her I wanted special packing. I didn't get to say I wanted special shit. She done threw it in a box and took it to the post office, and it was gone. Now, when it gets here, okay, let me tell you how this Miss Eve, Yolanda, and Miss Patrice all talks about what you should do if you get a new machine. You should find somebody in your area that services the machine. And so when I found out I was getting this machine for her, I was so excited. I started finding places that I can take it and have them go through it. See, I didn't know if she had just have it served or not. I just knew when I got it, I was
Right.
going to have it serviced. When it was totally destroyed, I told her I had already contacted these people. Maybe I could take it to them and they could see about things. She said, "Well, I'm gonna contact UPS. They owe me for this and they owe me for that, and they're gonna have to pay for the repairs." Now, get you. She had the $100 insurance on there. If they did contact her back and pay her the $100, she kept it. She didn't give it to me. I take it to the. It is called ABC Sewing and Repair. Anybody can contact them and verify this story. They I sent it there. They said they told me everything was wrong. They told me how much the parts would cost. The parts was costing almost $300. They wanted $500 to fix it. Okay. Contacted her back. She told me, "Oh, excuse me for cussing. It's not real bad," but she said, "Oh hell no, we can't pay that money. Don't worry about it. I got more free machines. I'll send you another one of these." I said, "Okay." I knew she had that single needle um, brother. She had that for $800, so she could have sent me that and sent me my change. She had something else. She said she had another Domini multi needle. She would be sending me that. I said, "Okay." So time went by, months went by. I'm still paying this $50 for her exclusive membership. And every now and then we'd have a meeting, and I'd ask her about this. How do you how do you get subscribers? What should I do? And I got all this camera equipment she told me to get that I need to put up and all this kind of stuff. Well, how do we put that? None of this is done yet. It's been a year. I went down from her. I am still right now paying for a membership in her thing, not the $50 plan no more. I came out of that. But because I'm trusting her and I had faith in her in the beginning that she's a legitimate, credible content creator. You see what I mean? So I can't take it anymore that she constantly comes on YouTube and tells people, "Oh, I got this new machine now, and I got that new machine now, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that." You know, I contact her. I say, "Hey, baby, what's up? When you find some, if I ever find something on a Facebook Marketplace, I'll hook you up with whatever. You can get one of them." No, let's talk about this $1,500 I'm out of. I hope you don't think I'm responsible for that. That's not my fault. I didn't whatever. I'll help you to work with you to get something done, but no, that's wrong. And I started thinking, okay, well, when she finds something, she will. Okay, during Christmas time, I'm still wanting a multi-needle machine. I'm still whatever. So, buy it's a machine company out of Japan. They have a multi-needle for $5,000. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't talking to her about this. Remember, she's still my financial advisor. She's still my person I'm talking to about YouTube because she knows so much about everything, right? So I asked her, I said, "Well, what about this guy in this StarCraft?" Well, she said, "Yeah, I just got that. I got both of them, the multi needles, and I got to do my I don't know what you call it. You know, when a company sends you a machine and you have to tell your advice or your whatever on how you feel about the machine. I'm kind of upset right now. I can't even think.
I understand. Is that like she
Uh,
gave a review for her?
it's something she has to do that first before she do anything with the machine, right?
Okay.
I said, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe when one of those come available, maybe you can send me one of those." He said, "Yeah, yeah, we'll see what's going on with that." And then after that, she asked me would I come on live with her and let's make. I forgot what we was even making. Right, it's a review or something like that. Right, a product review. Correct,
Okay.
correct. It ain't nothing happened yet. I was going through my phone and I see where it's been a year.
Wait, whoa, whoa. It's been a year since the whole thing started.
Right. I contacted my bank. My bank said, "Well, ma'am, there's nothing we can do about it. Now you've waited too long to dispute or anything of the product." I said, "You should have said something back then." But I'm trusting her word. I'm trusting she's gonna stand good about making it right by sending another product, another machine or something. If nothing else, oh, this is the clincher. This is the clincher. I'm sorry, I left this out. She told me to tell the machine company, "Oh hell no, he can keep it. She gonna send me another." That's what I told him. So after about a month or two after she didn't do what she said she was gonna do, I contacted them back. I said, "Well, at least if I pay that money or whatever I pay on it, I'll be able to still have a machine." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I fixed that machine and I sold it for $2,500."
So the machine is gone. You're
The
still
machine
out
is
of $1,500 from her,
right,
and she
right,
has yet to replace the product after she said she was going to replace the product. Am I right?
correct, correct. And I've been holding my tongue because me myself, I'm trying to be a content creator. I had about right. I I had about 200 subscribers, and one of my videos went viral. So I had 1,900 people on there. Mind you, I don't know them
Nice.
1,900. They went viral from a video I put up.
Congrats. That's nice.
So I want to be a credible, and I want to be the bigger person. I think for years, look, I always crack jokes about I'm bigger. I like big things because I'm big. I think I've been bigger for long enough now,
That's a year.
and I'm getting angry. At first, it was hurt. Now it's anger and hurt. It's anger, hurt, and frustration. It's anger, hurt, and look, Kim, I cannot look in the mirror. I've got to look at me. I've got to be able to stand there and say, Joy, did you do right by anybody today? Did you do something wrong by any? So even when I'm thinking, I wish I could come to Atlanta and bash her goddamn head in. That's wrong. I can't even think like that. I've got to be the person that I say I want people to be. I want people to know how to have healthy relationships. I'm a therapist. I believe in working your situations out, working your problems out. And I think I've been waiting long enough. Say something. At least say, hey, you know what? I'm still working on it. At least say, uh, I think I got a plan around here to work something out over here for you. Say, how about all those things and things that you did in Atlanta to bash and destroy other content creators? I know some things she done here too that's illegal and not right. And then those things came out afterwards because if I knew that from the beginning, I would have never started messing with her. But I didn't do my research. I'm too old. I feel like, you know what, right now, this is what you call elder abuse. There's an agency that will contact you and deal with the people. That's right. I forgot about that. They will contact you and deal with you if you have elder abuse. And I have proof of that money that I sent her. At 1350, I got proof of that from my bank and everything that it got is still in her name and her company. And then, to me, what was done was absolute fraud. It was a scam. How do I even know the thing wasn't broke? Folks put it in the box.
T, if you are here, please
I
come up
contact.
here and make some sense of this for her. Please, if you are here, if you're in the bushes, the link is pinned at the top. Please, if you can fix this situation, please talk to her. I am lost for words, Miss Joy, that it has been a year and someone in
Nothing.
our community that probably majority of the people here know of and have watched her channel to know that this has happened to you. As a business owner, I can only just apologize to you, but I would really love for her to make this right. So T, if you can hear me, if y'all can get this message to her, please, somebody, if anybody can get through to her, please fix this situation. As an entrepreneur, like I said earlier, Lord knows I didn't know this was going to happen. If you can fix this, T, businesswoman to businesswoman, please fix this because a lot of people just heard this story from Miss Joy. Everybody can see the hurt that Miss Joy is expressing. She said $1,500 for an embroidery machine that came from you. I'm giving you the opportunity to give your point of view on this. She said it's been a year. That's way too long. And she has had to hold on to this for that long. Please, T, if you are here, if anybody knows her, please somebody tell her she has to fix this because not only her business name, her reputation, her channel, every bit of content that she has produced, everything now is going to be scrutinized because of this. This is one of, I would consider, Miss Joy, please don't take this the wrong way because you know I don't mean nothing negative about it. But I would consider you one of our wisdom keepers because, you're older than me. And so I like calling people senior citizens, stuff like that, because I don't know your age. But I would say you are a wisdom keeper, just like I would look at Miss Patty and anyone else in the age group and Miss Linda and all y'all are our wisdom keepers. And I don't care who it was that had to undergo what you have undergone, Miss Joy. But T, please, you have to fix this. This is not right. It's unethical. Please, you have to fix this for her. Because if you don't, and it's been a year, if you don't, everybody that's here and everybody that's going to catch the replay and everybody that's going to talk about this from situation from now going forth is going to destroy your reputation. If you want to protect as a businesswoman, if you want to protect your reputation, if you want to make this right in the eyes of Miss Joy, you're going to have to do something, sis. I'm sorry. You're going to have to do something because this has gone on long enough. And anyone else probably would have met you in court, just to be honest with you. They would have met you in court. But because of her genuine, dare I say, her genuine love and care for you, she was one of your members. She learned about you from other content creators, and to be treated this way, come on, T, this isn't right. So the link is pinned at the top. If you're here, you could come up. Y'all got it. This has to be fixed. This is, oh Lord, this is really messing with me. But this has to be fixed. This has gone on way too long, T. And I know a lot of people here know you directly. Some people have probably been on your channel, T. If y'all can get the word to her, please. If you care about her, if y'all are cool like that, your sis, your friend, your whatever y'all relationship are to her is in a bad situation right now. This does not look good. And as a woman of color, and Miss Joy is a woman of color, and she's a woman of color, we got to fix this because y'all know what the stereotypes say. This has to be fixed. So this is bigger than just T and Miss Joy. You got to fix this. Yes, Miss Joy.
Okay, so Miss Kim, in the chat just now, two things came up. Miss P from Baby Booty is in here, and
Yes.
she
I
just
said, hey,
reminded me what I told her in October to always be the better person, to pray for people, and let them know you have a blessed day, and cover them with the blessings of God, and just hope that they'll go through and let work things out. That's one thing, and that was true. Second, Miss Lotus, Blue Lotus, just said there's more to the experience than whatever. And if she knows more about it, she needs to speak up too, because
trying to find it.
I can only tell my side. I know they've been very, very close here after this situation with her happened. So if Miss Lotus got something to say, I'm open to anybody, anything that can straighten out and tell me what's going on. Because back what I just said, I have every piece of backup paperwork, pictures, everything. And nothing has ever been refunded to me. Nothing. Nothing has ever even been sent to me for what do you call it, for reimbursement. Like, okay, say it wasn't her fault. Say she sent it and it was in good health and it got here and it screwed up. UPS saying, so why should Joy take the full $1,500? Let's split it. The business person, I want to make things right or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Miss, I didn't even say nothing about the queen, Miss Unbiased. She was another one that she was on her channel with, and I felt that, she was around credible people, you know. So not that it's one bias fault, not that it's Keith's fault, not that it's Patrice, Delonda, Crafty Leo's fault. It's none of their fault. But
Right.
these were
No.
the people that she hung around, so I figured she was cool too.
No, this is no one's fault that she may have been connected to in the community. This was businesswoman to customer. And I don't want to put her in that business category, but this is looking real business right now. But this had nothing to do with anybody that have been on her channel, that may know her and whatever else. This was her personal decision. This was her business decision. It was a bad one, a very bad one.
I
But
contacted her on my phone and says, "Hey, you need to get to the Educated Natural page because I'm finna talk." I put that on there, so she does know this conversation is going on. So I don't talk behind people's back. People
right.
say, "Oh, Miss Joy was talking about you." You can say she told me first. Maybe people don't understand. My oldest child is 51 years old, okay? Maybe people don't understand. But from where I come from, your word was everything. Your word held up your bills. Your word held up your credibility in the street. Your word made your kids respect and love you and care about you. Your word was everything.
Absolutely.
And because of my word, that I was going to forgive her and I was going to try to wait for her to work it out, I made that promise to myself. So I got to keep my word. But when I look in the mirror and I know I feel a rotten, molded, disgusting piece of something down in my heart for this young lady, because I feel like I've been so wrong, so scammed, so whatever, we live like that. All I could do today, see, I hate to say it, you started last week when you was talking about credibility. And now this week you come right back with loyalty. I mean, integrity. Come on now, them is words that it should not be in this conversation that we having about this young lady. $1,500. I don't have that kind of money. I don't make that kind of money in a week. Come on. She gets on here talking about how much money she making from the trucking, from doing hair, from doing business. She got all these businesses sending her new machines and fixing, sending her this and doing that and nano vinyl and this and that and the other. She's discrediting other people's names. She using them 10,000 people subscribers that I don't know how she got them. Yeah, I do know how she got them. I take that back. She told me how she got them. But that's wrong. It's wrong. It's
It's
just
wrong.
wrong.
It's
And
wrong.
I'm just busted. I had to tell somebody. I appreciate you letting me use your platform.
Yes, ma'am.
I will go on my own channel and put up another one because I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed about anything. Uh, at this point, if I never get my YouTube channel off the ground,
You will.
I
We
can
gonna speak
always
that.
go back to TikTok. I can always go back to TikTok
You will, Miss
because
Joy.
one thing people have to understand: right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm going to stand flat-footed and look somebody in the face and tell the truth.
That's it.
If I screwed up, I'm sorry.
That's me.
Here, what can I do to make it right? You pay me 1,500. Can I give you 1,501 back? You know,
That's it.
I, I have what you call mantras. I'm not going to hurt you. If I can't help you, I will not hurt you.
That's it.
So to me, it would be better for me to walk away and never say nothing about none of this because it might hurt her. But the human in me is just a year. I can't let this go on much longer.
That's a long time.
That's a long time for me to do, and to see her constantly, day by day, putting up videos of doing this. And I'm liking her videos, and I'm telling her, "Go ahead, Queen. You when you out there working it, I'm supporting her. I'm still lifting her up. I'm still putting my positivity and my prayers for her family, and this is still going on."
T, you gotta fix
I
this.
don't
That's
know,
all I
but
can
like I
say.
said, she had every bit. She could come on here because she knew I was going to do this. She knew that she could come on here and rebuttal. She might be right there, like you say, in the bushes. Blue Lotus is on here. You done contacted her, text her, call and told her you better come on. Your name is being slandered. If that's what she think is being slandered. And she not saying nothing. I bet she'll get on her own channel though and give her like, there's people out there that try to bring you down. No, I'm not trying to bring nobody down. I'm trying to get out there, trying to get what is owed to me. Some kind of respect. Hey, you know what? Throw a dog a bone. Give him $50. That's all I'm gonna give you. At least you did something. Something. You just said, and the horse I rode on.
T, you gotta
So
fix
again,
this. Ain't
thank,
right.
I
Miss
thank
Joy
you.
should not be, and anybody. here in the chat that's going to catch the replay. Nobody should feel the pain that Miss Joy is feeling right now, especially as somebody that you have almost like broken bread with.
Right.
You talk to this person all the time. They've been on your channel. I'm sorry, y'all. I am flabbergasted. This is making no sense to me why this is happening. This should not even be a storyline. This live should be over. We should be all going about our business to do better. This is heartbreaking to me. Because as a business owner, T, you have to fit, like, you have no choice now. You're going to have to address it. If you don't want to address it here, I understand. You don't want to come on my channel with it, I understand. But you're going to have to address this on your channel. You're going to have to talk about this. You're going to have to tell your side. You're going to have to explain to everyone in the community and everyone that's going to catch the replay that's going to hear about Miss Joy's experience with you. You're going to have to speak on this. Your reputation is at stake. There are people in here that know you directly. Everything you do is going to be attached to how you treated her. Because it's not about what a person says, it's their experience with you. Her experience with you was negative. Everything about this entire thing is negative. And it shouldn't happen, sis. It should not happen. Businesswoman, to you, it should not happen. It could have been straightened out between y'all with a phone call. As soon as she contacted you, you should have nipped it in the bud. And she's even offered you solutions. Like she just told us, she said she was willing to split the cost. $750. She was willing to do that. This is just sad, y'all. I'm checking the chat. This is heartbreaking, Miss Joy. I am so sorry that this happened to you.
Yeah.
But Blue Lotus Vibes and Designs and More. I did see where you put earlier about, it almost seemed like you were saying that Miss Joy is not the only one. Now, don't let me assume this, but me reading that's what it seemed like you were typing. Like there are other people that's also had this type of experience with her. I'm not telling you to get involved in it. I'm just telling you that's what kind of how it read to me. But either way, can you please, somebody here, I text her, I text her not that she will answer, which she should never split the cost. Unbiased is saying start a GoFundMe, Miss Joy.
Oh.
It shouldn't even take all of that though, Unbiased. Thank you for the suggestion, but it shouldn't even take that. She could fix this.
Yeah. Okay, so she just said it's a lot of people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this sounds like it's something that need to be taken up with YouTube. Are you taking advantage of YouTube customers or whatever, or YouTube patrons, and doing wrong to them or whatever?
You might want to look into that, Miss Joy. You have a case.
I
You may
can't
want to look
vouch.
into
I
it.
can't say nothing for nobody but myself.
Yeah,
And again,
exactly.
I'm a thank you for letting me be on here. And here in California is 353. I got
Hmm.
a business meeting at 4 o'clock. Of course, I got to go put some cold water on my face here. I'm all
Yes.
up. But look, everybody that's on here, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for understanding my plight. And anything anybody do or whatever, I appreciate it. A GoFundMe, I can't do that on myself. That'd be me out there begging for something. I can't do that. So if somebody do something, that's fine. Because I got to get some money back to do. I got to keep my business going forward, and a embroidery machine is it. I gotta have one. And this is another little secret before I go. I can't even tell my husband about it because he didn't know I had saved up that $1,500.
Oh
He thinks
man.
that I won the thing from the girl. So
No.
I can't even discuss my frustration with my family, my partner, my number one friend. And you know what? That's gonna end today too, because I'm gonna.
I was about to say you're gonna have to go tell him.
Yeah, yeah. Today is 19 years, and that man has stood by me some way, sometime.
Happy
Okay. Thank you
anniversary.
very much.
I
Thank you.
celebrated my anniversary on Monday, 28
Oh,
years.
really? Congratulations. Yeah.
Look at
So
us.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. But again, thank you guys, and just know, my thing say I'm praying for you. It always says I'm praying for you, and I am praying for you because every morning I get up and I pray for my TikTok family, my YouTube family, my Facebook family. I pray for all my family. So I am praying for all of you every day. Every day. I
Absolutely.
want the best and the most positive to happen for you. So I love you. I thank you. Let me go on to this meeting again. Thank you for allowing me to come on.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Miss Joy. God bless you, and definitely know we are praying for you and we stand with you.
Thank you.
But
Stand
have a
on.
great meeting. Definitely have a great meeting.
Okay. Thank you. You too. And I'm getting here. I'm getting unplugged here. The thing said the battery's going. Okay. I got to figure out how to get off now. How you get off?
Does you see like an
Oh,
exit
there you
or
go.
got
Hang up.
it?
I love you.
All right, love
Bye
you
bye,
too.
everybody. Have a blessed day and a good week.
You too. Wow, y'all. That was a lot. That wow. Mm. Like I've already said, y'all, please, if y'all can get through to T, if anybody can help her see how to fix this, please connect with her. No one should have to feel that amount of pain that Miss Joy is going through, to the point where she wasn't even to share the entire situation or anything about the situation with her own husband. It's a lot. And to hear that there are even other people that have had this experience with the same person, it's heartbreaking to me. So let this be everyone, including myself, everyone's wake up call. What Miss Joy just shared with us today. Let it be everyone's wake up call. Be careful. Like I've always said, smiling faces tell lies. Be careful, everyone. I don't care if you've known a person for 20 years. I think sometimes we all forget that we only know each other through the internet. We don't even live in the same place, same town, same state sometimes, you know? You don't really know these people. You only go by how they make you feel, what you see them doing on camera, and it draws you in. But some people are drawing people in through tricks and snares and schemes and lies and all these negative things. It's just sad to hear someone be brave enough as Miss Joy to stand up here and tell us all what's really going on. We had no idea. This is one of our wisdom keepers. Y'all, I'm telling you, if anybody get my attention and make me want to just go there with people, it's babies or children and our wisdom keepers, our elders. Shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen to anyone. But those two groups, man, there's no sense in any of this. So T, please, you're gonna have to do something to make this right. The next report we should be hearing from Miss Joy is it has been taken care of. And you have stepped up to the plate. You have stepped up to the plate and fixed this situation. Because now the ball is in your court. You can't ignore this any longer. It's been a year, she said. You can't ignore this any longer. You're going to have to fix this. So, let me see here. Oh, yeah, be careful of those you know as well. Most definitely, Miss Patty. Okay, someone else wants to talk. Don't do the mothers of our culture like that. Shelly, right. Okay, I'm going up, I'm going up, I'm going up. Going up, y'all. See y'all saying someone else. Hey, Eve. Welcome in. I don't know if you heard me speak when Miss Joy was talking. I just didn't want to cut her off. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, J3. Going up. I'm trying to look. I am a senior and I understand. Okay. Y'all said Miss Queenie? I'm looking. Okay, going up, going up, going up, going up. Uh-oh. Oh, the chat keeps moving. Who was it that wanted to come up? I don't see. Yeah, Mike, and stop doing this to others. Exactly. Psalm says, it's so easy when we get to know someone to forget the fact that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. It's those that are closest that can hurt us the most. Yeah, you're right. I did, my dear. Oh, come on up, Eve. Come on up. The link is pinned at the top. I was like, who is Miss Queenie? I'm looking for an actual name of Miss Queenie. I'm just scrolling like, I don't see anybody named Queenie. Who is Queenie? Y'all got me with that one. If you got a new name, I didn't even know. The baby's booty. I was like, who is Queenie? While she's making her way over here, let me check my phone just to make sure. Yep, it's still pinned at the top. All right, cool. All right, so it's still there. Girl ain't coming up there. I'm being sick. Oh no! I hope you feel better, Eve. I didn't know you wasn't feeling well. We're definitely praying to God for a speedy recovery. Definitely sending, distant hugs because I just got over something. My whole house was sick for a couple of weeks. And I'm going to hug you from over here. Here you go. I'm going to hug you from over here. I don't want none of that no more. You keep all that. I don't want it now. We're going to send that cold for everybody. All the cold germs, we're going to send it to the one that sent it to you. Okay, we are praying that God continues to heal you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. In the name of Jesus, we want God to just put his super on your natural and heal you through and through. You're going to wake up feeling so much better. The flu, you say, the flu is going to be gone in the name of Jesus. It is over. It is done. Get out of here, flu, and anything attached to you. Take it with you too. We don't want none of that back. Hey, Drea, welcome in. Welcome in. Great to see you. Absolutely be healed in Jesus' name. Tell her that to this creation. Tell her. So I'm going to wrap this up. Y'all, please pray for everyone in the community. Everyone in the community. Pray. And God, we ask you to, Father, I'm just going to prayer now. Father, we thank you for the time you have given us to come together. We give you all glory and all honor. We thank you for everyone that's represented here, every household that's represented here. We thank you for allowing us to have the discussions and to say the things that needed to be said in this very moment. Father God, we ask a very special blessing over our sister, Miss Joy, and her household. Father, heal her heart. Father, speak to her heart so that she can hear the words that you need to say to her in this very moment. Father, we ask for a complete healing, God, through and through. Leave no part of her untouched by you. Father God, whatever has happened in her situation that she has shared with us today, God, give her peace. Peace that will surpass her understanding. Whatever the lesson was, oh God, that she was supposed to learn in all of this, let it be so, oh God. Father God, wrap your loving arms around her and let her know that even in this, you are still in control. You are still in charge of everything as it pertains to her. And you will never leave her uncovered. Father God, look upon T. Father God, speak to her spirit, oh God, so that she will make the right decision as it pertains to Miss Joy and fix this situation. Father God, don't let this fester any longer. Heal both individuals, oh God. Teach them both the lessons that were supposed to be learned in all of this, God. Forgive them, oh God. Turn their heart from stone to flesh, oh God. And Father, never let anyone in or out of this community ever have to experience something like this ever again. Devil, you are a lie. And you will not continue to play a role in this situation. God, arise. And Father, let all of your enemies be scattered. Look upon every person here today, God. If there is a hurt, if there was dishonesty, if there was mistrust, if there was an integrity issue, or an issue where an underlying agenda was the cause of some level of dissension, Father, we ask right now in the name of Jesus that you would allow anything in any of us that is not like you to be removed and cast into the sea of forgetfulness. Remove it from us, oh God. Whether it's a thought or a deed, remove it right now, oh God, and fill us up with you. Father, give us wisdom and vision in this very moment, oh God, so that we will be able to not only see things like you do, but we'll be able to make wise decisions as you. Father God, activate every single person here, including myself. Activate our discernment before we make another business decision, before we make any decision. God, help us learn to turn to you and acknowledge you in all things, so that we can know the direction we should go from these moments forth. Father God, if there be an illness or a sickness in any of us, from the ones that's catching here, the actual live, and the ones that will catch the replay, Father God, it is our humble prayer that you reach down from heaven and pour each and every person here a blessing out for them. Whatever they are in need of in this very moment, Father, we ask that it be granted if it be thy will. If it's understanding, Father, let it be so. If it's a healing, Father, let it be so. If it's peace, Father, let it be so. Whatever it is, for you said in your word that you are the great I am, meaning whatever it is we need, you are that and more. So, Father God, if it be thy will, rest and rule among your people in this very moment. Father, you said if we ask it, we shall be given. So we're asking now, God. Every single person here is in need of something, whether it be something financial, something physical, whatever it is, God, let it be so. And we will forever give your name the praise. We give you all glory. We give you all honor. Father God, we give everything that is within us to bring glory to your name. Father God, now as we prepare to leave this place, but never your presence, bring us closer to you as we lift your name on high. For you are the great I am. You are the true vine, and oh God, we are your branches. Keep us together. Draw us nigh unto you. And let the only voice we hear in anything we may think, say, or do be your voice. Silence the noise, oh God, so that we can hear from you. We seal now this prayer in the name that rests above all names, the name of Jesus. We thank you, oh God, for the moments you have given to us. It is in Jesus' name that we close out this prayer. Amen. May God bless each and every one of you. Hey, Gina, thank you for being here. We're going to close this out. Continue to pray for one another. Continue to pray for Miss Joy and continue to pray for T. I'll see you guys the next time. Remember, everything you do, do it with integrity, credibility, and above all, do it in truth. I love you all. I'll see you guys next time. I am The Educated Natural. If you ever need to reach out to me, visit my website at www.theeducatednatural.com. Remember, I do have a mastermind coming up. So let me share that with y'all real quick. This is the information on the mastermind. If you go to my website and you click products, you will see this exact flyer here. Click there. Don't miss your opportunity, because during this mastermind, whatever I discuss, I will not be discussing it on my channel, and I will not be discussing it in the membership, because that information will be in this mastermind. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. God bless you all.